What's up, guys? This is Champ Shady K here. I'm back with Sound Blaster tips and tricks with Dhalsim. This is the part 1 of my tutorial. So Dhalsim is one of the unique characters of Street Fighter 4. He's a zoner. He likes to be away from you. He likes to throw fireballs and control space and anti-airs. So as a Dhalsim specialist, I'm here to show you guys some tips how to play him better. Okay, so with Dhalsim, you could obviously control the ground just by throwing fireballs and doing your fierce to constantly standing fierce or standing strong, standing short to control this space. So in this space, you're very dominant with this because you can control fireball. If you throw a fireball while your fireball is out, you can punish them with your fierce. Throw a fireball, but yeah, you can punish them basically under recovery. So yeah, that's how you control your space. So in this sense, other fireball characters, what they try to do is to take the fireball control. That means that they try to get their fireball out first before you do, so you counter with fireball. So you throw a fireball out. So I can't really press fierce like that, or else I get hit, you know. So as a Dhalsim player, how to get around that is if their fireball is almost, it's basically if they have the fireball advantage and their fireball is really faster than you, what you can do is slide. And now you get fireball advantage, then you can punish them. Or you can do tower, fireball. With fireball, you can fierce them. You know, those are the two things that you could get around against fireball characters. Obviously, there's a lot of matchups, in the game, but I'm gonna focus more on fireball characters in general. Like you could slide, you could do medium kick drill to control space to get in the sweet spot. You could go roundhouse drill also. You could go yoga tower and throw your fireball right away. You could also slide. But it's very hard timing. Yeah. Slide. So those are the stuff that you can control the space. So once you establish that you're very dominant in your fireball game or the ground game, majority of your opponent start jumping. So while they're jumping, your best answer will be back roundhouse in this range. If you're standing short range, back roundhouse will basically beat every single thing. Oops, not that. Yeah. You just gotta time it. But there's a sweet spot that your backgrounds will whiff if they don't press a button. In the standing short max range thing here, if they jump, if they just do empty jump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how you punish it. And then you whiff punish the background house. Those stuff are the tricky one. So if that range that you're not sure that they're gonna press a button or not, that's the range when you do standing roundhouse. Okay, but standing roundhouse loses to
jumping.
Yeah, like if you do early button, early button, like fierce or early roundhouse actually beats it, like that. Yeah. So Dhalsim player, that's when you have to guess between back roundhouse, standing roundhouse, depending on the distance. But you also gotta, take consideration, hey, can I afford a trade right now? Because if you don't have the life lead, the meta changes. They could just start turtling, and there's no way of you opening them up. So you wanna consider how much life does he have, or how much life do you have. For with that aspect, then you could start, making better judgment of, hey, am I supposed to just anti-air, or am I just supposed to backdash? Like if you jump again, I'm not sure, I'm just backdashing because I'm not sure. I don't want to take that risk for a trade or for you to whiff punish my background house with. A full punish would be like if I whiff my background house, you would do low forward, fireball, and to ultra basically. Oops. Good. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Also, one of his best anti-air, one of the best anti-airs in the game, I believe so, is the jump strong. Because jump strong beats both options. Whatever jump he does, if he empty jumps, he beats all of it, But the problem with that is that you gotta be on point with your, your execution has to be on point that day. There's just some days that you're just not as fast. Some random Tuesdays you're just not as fast, compared to Mondays or Saturdays. So.
And you kind of lose ground too, right?
Yeah, that's the drawback. If you keep doing that, you keep, putting yourself back to the corner.
Yeah.
And obviously Dhalsim is very bad in the corner. Also, some stuff they're gonna start. Also, aside from jumping, a lot of a lot of Sagat player or Fireball characters, they tend to focus attack. Focus attack is probably one of the Dhalsim's worst enemy in this game. He really struggles dealing with focus attack. Tend to focus attack to get in. The focus attack dash forward grab. DP. You could actually uppercut if you guess this focus. Yeah, you could punish him really well. So in this range, which standing first is the best poke, you tend to just be content with standing short, who doesn't really do any much damage. So that kind of changes the meta. So one thing to punish focus attack is you standing short, they focus. If you do focus, you do back forward flame. Oops, keep just timing it. Yeah, that's how you punish it. That's how you punish it. So try not to commit to a lot of heavy attacks. Try to throw more light attacks once in this range, But you obviously, as a zoner, you wanna start feeling out what type of a player you're fighting. You wanna know, like, are they mostly a risk taker? Are they a jumper? Are they a focus, attack player? What do they do? Are they very timid or very passive? They really like to play the ground game. So do you want to throw more fireballs and control space that way? So you may want to feel that out as a Dhalsim player.
You should go over the importance of like having them walk into the fears because
So the meta of this is like if they keep throwing fireballs, they keep walking forward, yeah, right? So that's kind of like a bad example, but so since Dhalsim's fireball has a lot of recovery, they can walk you down a little bit,
Yeah.
You could actually dash forward like that. So the counter to that is whiff a jab and then throw a fierce.
Yeah.
Because they can't really react on a fireball.
Yeah.
Like, because they're already holding forward. So if you whip something, as soon as they see something, they tend to react. They assume already that it's a fireball.
Right.
The first couple of frames of that. So if you throw a fierce, that will hit them.
Also, if you're like right outside range of fears, you're walking, you can't block where you're walking forward, right?
Can't.
So that's, I think it's a really useful aspect of that move.
You don't want to be, obviously you never want to be in this range. It's too difficult. Majority of the times that Dhalsim get to be in this range is if you jump, and I do want to jump strong because you're already in the sweet spot, you're already in the corner, so I just tend to slide. Those are the times that, because slide is basically the safest anti-air when it comes to like hitting them. But the problem, because it beats empty jump, your frame advantage because it's meaty. But the problem is, as a Dhalsim player, you do not want to be next to them.
Yeah, you put yourself into a mix-up.
Yeah, you're basically hooking them up.
So if you slide and you try to throw me or something.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You could get, you have to take up that 50-50. Yeah, and then you can basically ultra now to get that Yomi. It's very difficult. Things like that with Dhalsim now. Also, in some versions of Street Fighter 4, obviously not 2012 or AE, like if Sagat or other fireball characters just throwing fireballs, Dhalsim usually wins the trade. But in this version, he got nerfed a little bit, so he can't really afford a lot of trades.
Well, you have 75.
Yeah, but your life. Yeah, my fear does 75, but your fireball does 70. But you have 1,000,000. You have 1,000. I have 900.
Yeah.
So I can't really afford a trade. Yeah, it's one of those things. So also one of the things that Dhalsim players have to deal with is that if you have a fireball advantage like this and they don't want to throw a fireball, they tend to neutral jump that. So if they neutral jump, you could hit them with standing round as they jump. But if they press that button right there, preemptively, it beats out your standing round rounds. Yeah. So the meta to that is that if they just neutral jump your fireball advantage or fireball, you can do standing round rounds, right? But if they start pressing buttons like that, you can go trip guard them with down forward fierce. So that's the meta you gotta take. Obviously, it's mostly good to just go for the safe side. That just try to always go for a trip guard, because that kind of does a lot of damage if you get hit by that counter hit. But there's some times that you gotta take a lot of risk as far as like, you know, guessing an anti-air, what type of jump they did. But yeah. Also, one key element as a Dhalsim player that you want to know about is that the risk reward when someone's next to you. So obviously, if you're next to me, in this situation, let's say I have like 90% or 70% life lead, and you have like 10%, and you have full super and full ultra, you kind of just want to take the grab instead of a maybe uppercut FADC into an ultra, which in result you will take 60% over a grab that will take 10%. So just pick the less of two evils, you know?
Depending on the grab, of course.
Yeah.
Depending on the character.
Some characters grab are just so powerful, you know? So, one thing you can do is basically just take the grab. You know, it's a got mix-up, so you can't really do much.
Yeah.
But, let's say I try to crouch deck that, what happens is the damage that... I'll do the uppercut. Come on, long DP.
Alright. Yeah, now I'm dying.
There you go. Yeah, ultra. Yeah, that's what happens. And you don't want to take that. But there's an option select to get away for both of them. But so basically, so uppercut FADC. Yeah. You can focus. You can press focus and grab at the same time. So all 4 buttons. And if they grab, try to grab me after. Oops. Grab me immediately.
You're so blocked.
I can't do it. I can't do it. This is not the time. Yeah, there you go. See my commands?
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
4 buttons, yeah.
See? 4 button tech.
So, yeah, it's basically a focus, but it doesn't. It's gonna attack at the same time.
Yeah. Press all 4 at the same time. It basically beats uppercut. It basically beats those situations that you have to guess between an uppercut or a grab. But the counter to that is usually a late grab. Like if you do a grab, like I would say 2 frames later, then you would grab the actual first animation or focus before he gets to backdash. You know, so do it. Yeah, that's how you counter that. That's. But the counter that is, you know, just do mash buttons, back short.
Pretty much a mix-up.
Yeah, it's very hard. But those are the stuff that you can work on as a Dhalsim player is try to work on your 4 button tech, you know, for those situations. Learn the risk reward between, you know, teching or actually taking the grab. You know, is it worth it for you to lose your life lead? Getting better with your ground game, fireball control, anti-airing, making better decisions overall. You know, how to keep your opponent away, you know, with very little risk in your part, you know. Yeah. Also, yeah, one more tip, guys. Right now in this level of Street Fighter, it's very hard to constantly whiff this move, Standing Fierce, because people just tend to whiff punish it. Crouching strong.
Oh.
Sagat can't. I think Sagat. I think.
You sure about that? I don't think so.
I think crouching. Yeah, crouching ground has. Yeah, Sagat is very hard. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So right now that's very hard because majority of the high level players, they tend to whiff punish their normal full screen. So what I do usually is I just do this.
Right. And because they're not reacting to the actual fierce.
Yeah.
They're reacting to you pressing a button.
Yeah. And then you can whiff punish theirs.
Right.
Because they're guessing, they're assuming that you're about to press up that fierce there because it's safe. So as soon as you do something, they tend to react to that and press a normal right away. And then you can do that, you know. So just a little tip here and there.
That's a really good one.
Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Shouts to Sound Blaster and Complexity. You guys are the best. I'll make more, guys. Thank you for supporting. Please follow Complexity Insider at YouTube and Complexity Live at Twitter. Thanks. Peace.